This is episode 65 of Southern Gospel Now, your weekly look at what's going on with the artists and songs in Southern Gospel music. I'm Greg Goodman. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by SouthernGospelPrizes.com, where you can register to possibly win Southern Gospel Prize Packs. SouthernGospelPrizes.com. Big news out of the Southern Gospel community this week with the LeFevre Quartet announcing that the group would be retiring. Mike LeFevre comments.
Retiring the LeFevre Quartet is probably one of the most difficult decisions that I've ever had to be a part of. I have been a part of gospel music for many, many years and loved it all of my life, and I'll continue to love it till the day I die. This is going to be the first time in over 101 years there hasn't been a LeFevre in gospel music actually singing in some capacity, and so it's definitely, when you think about it when I think about it from my perspective, that's a sad thing, but I'm very thankful that I was able to be a part of gospel music for all these years, and I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity and the honor to carry on the LeFevre name with my son in gospel music, and it's been a wonderful journey.
Mike LeFevre has made the comment that he feels like the LeFevre Quartet has accomplished the mission they set out on. He wants to spend more time at home with his wife, Kathy. He also has taken a position over fire services for White County, Georgia. Jordan LeFevre talks about this decision to disband the group.
Growing up, my parents, I always used to hear them talk about seasons of life. And as a child, I didn't really understand it at the time. But growing up and getting older, I began to realize that when God was calling me into singing, I began to realize that was going to be a big season in my life. And it has been truly an amazing time, and it's truly been a dream to live out the last 17 years being on the road and making so many friends and being able to make music and live my dream. But I found over the last little while, I've got 3 little boys at home, and I love them so much, and I feel that I'm going into a new season. Not only did God call me to be a gospel singer, but I believe He's called me to be a good dad, and I believe that He's calling me home for this next season in my life to instill in them good Christian morals and love for gospel music and so many things that my parents taught me growing up. And I don't take 1 minute for granted of all the time that I've been on the road and all the guys that I've traveled with. And I love every one of the guys that have made it possible. But I'm not going away. I still am going to purchase records and go to concerts, and I still want to be a part. But I want to be able to bring my children along with me and let them see firsthand what made me fall in love with gospel music. And I love everyone out there, and I'm so thankful for all the people that have believed in us throughout the years. So this isn't so long. It's just farewell for now. And I hope to see you all very soon.
The LeFevre Quartet will be honoring concert dates that they have scheduled through September. We certainly wish each of the members the best. One of those members has already snagged a position with Mark Trammell Quartet. Mark tells us more.
After 3 months and 31 resumes and a lot of prayer, we are just thrilled to announce that our new bass singer is Mr. Will Lane. And as many of you already know, Will has been involved as the bass singer for the LeFevre Quartet for a number of years. And upon their announcement to retire the group, Will contacted me and asked if there might be an opportunity for him to come here. And we were just very excited at the potential and the possibility of it. The more we talked, the more we liked what was going on. And the more we prayed about it, the more we felt like this is what needed to happen. So we can't take credit for anything. It was just the hand of God and His timing. While it's bittersweet for me to see the LeFevre Quartet name retired, it is a wonderful thing that Will has elected to move on and to continue singing this great music for him to have a desire to do that right here thrills us to death.
We've got an update on Seth J. Albee of Southbound. He underwent successful surgery for kidney stones and is recovering. Meanwhile, we received word that Clint Brown of the group has suffered a slight tear in the muscle of his left forearm right above the elbow. Clint says that he's been doctored up, but will have to limit the use of the arm for 6 weeks. We send prayers and get well wishes his way. Adam Crabb's new solo single is Champion. Adam says he can't wait to see how audiences receive this song.
Man, this song to me is powerful, and honestly, I need to sing it more, just to be honest with you. And I had planned on that as soon as we released it. I wanted to kind of make it a new, fresh song for the audience I sing to. So I'm excited to see what this song does live to people that understand and know the power of the Holy Spirit.
The Hyssongs' latest song is Never Be a Mountain. Del Hyssong comments on the song and its theme.
There will never be a mountain in our lives that God can't take care of. Today, with the food costs, the fuel costs, even people's health, always remember Luke 1:37. For with God, nothing shall be impossible.
Tribute Quartet's latest song is actually one that's been around for quite a while. Gary Castor of the group reflects on singing it as a kid.
That Heavenly Home has been one of my favorite songs for many, many years. Matter of fact, I remember as a child hearing our church congregation sing this song, and I liked it then, and I still like it now.
Triumphant Quartet's latest hit is Goodness of God. David Sutton talks about one of the great things God has done for his family this year.
And one incredible thing that he did for me this year, thought I was going to lose my dad back in January, right after Christmas. My dad had a heart attack, and things weren't looking good, but God had just saw fit for him to still be with us today. And again, he's been so good in my life. There's nothing like the goodness of God.
The latest song from Jim and Melissa Brady is one that made the short list of a slew of songs they wrote earlier. Jim Brady explains.
We had no place to go, no place to sing, nowhere to be for the first time in our lives. And so we decided to take that time to just pour our hearts into some music that we thought would bless people when we could get back out on the road. And so we spent the year writing songs. And Melissa and I, with some co-writer friends of ours, wrote about 75 or 80 songs. And we have narrowed it down to 10 that we feel like is the most timely for this time of our lives and for what's happening in our world. And we feel like these are the most relevant and the most current songs for this moment in time.
Congratulations are in order for Brian Free and Assurance. They have what has to be the song of the summer so far. Looks Like Jesus, featuring Jimmy Fortune, now has spent 6 weeks at number 1 on the Singing News Power 50 weekly chart. That's it for this week. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by SouthernGospelPrizes.com. If you missed episodes along the way, you can find them wherever you download podcasts, or you can listen at SouthernGospelNow.com. I'm Greg Goodman, hoping you have a great 4th of July. I'll see you next week for another edition of Southern Gospel Now.